Young and the Restless kicks off 2026, but we're going to take a look at the characters and actors who left YNR in 2025. We've got deaths, we've got recasts, and so much more to discuss. We're going to talk about all the casting changes and ins and outs on the character canvas in 2025. All right, so early 2025, Young and the Restless was focusing on wrapping up a major storyline involving Jordan Howard, Ian Ward, and Sharon Newman and her hallucinations of Cameron Kirsten. Jordan Howard's deadly tea party. Colleen Zank exits Young and the Restless. We saw the last of Jordan Howard towards the end of January in 2025. Her great-niece, Claire, Grace Newman, poisoned a cup of tea as they were having a showdown. It was Victoria Newman, Nikki Newman, Claire, and Jordan all at the tack house on the Newman property. Claire knew she had to stop her crazy great-aunt Jordan for good, so after Claire poisoned her tea, Jordan drank it, even though she knew it would kill her. She knew that Claire had poisoned it and knew that her great-niece wanted her dead. But in the end, Jordan was cornered and decided death was better than prison, and that was the end of Jordan's character. Ian Ward's Lazarus Act. Ray Wise returns to haunt Mariah on YNR. Shortly after that, Ian Ward exited as longtime recurring villain. We saw Victor Newman shoot Ian in January 2025, right after he'd shot Victor. Ian's character looked pretty darn dead. The EMTs called time of death, but then when Ian was in the ambulance, he woke up, not so dead after all. A little bit of that Lazarus syndrome was happening. Then in October 2025, we had Ian back with Ian haunting Mariah Copeland at the mental health clinic in Boston, where she's trying to recover from the trauma that Ian had inflicted on her. He just popped up again in December to haunt Mariah once again. So Ian's not gone for good. Not just yet. He's got more chaos to cause for Mariah. I suspect Ian will return as Ian at some point in the flesh, not just as a hallucination to torment the Newmans and not just mess with their minds. Cameron Kirsten says goodbye. Lyndon Ashby's final hallucinations. All right, next, let's talk about a particularly abrupt departure. That was Amanda Sinclair. She had been gone for more than a year because the actress had relocated to Canada to live with family up there. Her husband's Canadian. Then Amanda Sinclair came back in May. Her return was to set up Kane Ashby's debut as a recast. He made his debut in June 2025, and Amanda was Kane's attorney and his close friend and confidant. She was a huge part of his storyline, and then she just vanished. The last time we saw Amanda was September of 2025, and she just disappeared. Amanda's character left with no explanation, out of the blue. There was no mention of Amanda going out of town to do other business. She was just, poof, gone. Young and the Restless. Amanda Sinclair, Chance Chancellor. Young and the Restless. Amanda Sinclair, Chance Chancellor. A disrespectful death. Connor Floyd leaves Young and the Restless as Chance Chancellor. All right, let's talk about a character death and exit. Connor Floyd took a job over on Days of Our Lives, ironically taking on the role of Chad DiMera, who Billy Flynn had played before he quit Days to come over to Young and the Restless to play Kane. So head writer Josh Griffith decided to kill off legacy offspring Chance Chancellor. He was killed at Kane's chateau in France in July. Killing Chance set up Connor and Billy's little soap swap, but a lot of people were not only mad that they killed off Chance, but we didn't even get an on-screen funeral. It was kind of disrespectful. A lot of fans aren't happy about that exit. Damian Kane's short-lived romance. Jermaine Rivers exits Young and the Restless. That takes us to another character death. Damian Kane. They cast Damian as the character who was Lily Winter's new love interest, and then they even brought his mom on, Amy Lewis, and they got this great actress to play her. Then, out of nowhere, Damian was stabbed and killed by Kane Ashby's psycho assistant, Carter, in July of 2025 at the chateau. Carter stabbed Damian, and then he shot Chance, and then Carter shot himself. For many fans, Damian's exit was disappointing, not only because he and Lily were heating up and she was crushed when he was murdered, but also because we had Amy and we had the reveal that he was Nate Hastings' brother. In the end, it all kind of felt pointless to bring him in and then take him out like that. Another character death in 2025 happened when Cole Howard exited in July. He improbably died from very highly curable Legionnaire's disease. Sloppy writing. His daughter Claire and her mom Victoria obviously were absolutely devastated, and it was kind of a dumb thing to have him die from. They didn't even bother to Google it and see that it's very survivable. Now to another exit that thankfully was not a character death. Summer Newman left Young and the Restless in May 2025 when her 3-year contract was up. Reportedly, Alison Lanier decided to step away from the role, step away from Y&R, so to set up the actress's exit, they had Summer head off to Italy after Sally Spectra and Chelsea Lawson Newman left Marchetti to go work with their boyfriends, Billy Abbott and Adam Newman. Summer decided to stay in Italy. She's dating somebody, but she's mentioned fairly often. They do these off-screen visits where her adoptive son, Harrison Locke, goes to see her. With so many mentions of Summer, and with Kyle Abbott thinking he and Claire are done, maybe we'll get Summer back, even if they have to recast and replace the actress if she still doesn't want to return. But for now, Summer remains off-screen. Alright, 2025 also had Tracy Abbott and Ashley Abbott in and out. Their exits were triggered by Tracy's psycho fiancé, Alan Laurent, who turned out to be his psychotic twin brother, Martin Laurent, who'd been impersonating Alan. Martin left Young and the Restless in April 2025, arrested by chance after he kidnapped and traumatized Sharon and Phyllis Summers. After Martin's exit, we saw Tracy and Ashley leave for New York to work on their own trauma recovery. Tracy and Ashley were both back for Thanksgiving in November 2025. Then Tracy was back for Danny Ramolati and Christine Williams' wedding. This Christmas, she's also had scenes. I do expect to see more of Tracy Abbott in 2026. As for Ashley Abbott, maybe less than that. Ashley stepped away from Young and the Restless, and she only plans to return if needed as Ashley now and then for brief arcs, but she said she doesn't plan to come back to stay. Drop your comments on who you're going to miss from Y&R that exited in 2020.